if you watch the Cajun Cardboard channel, I want you to consider using the PWCC Marketplace. It's a great place to buy sports cards, and you can even support the channel through my affiliate link, which is conveniently located in the YouTube description to this very video you're about to watch. Pause the video, get into the YouTube description, look in the top right of the channel, and you're going to see a link to PWCC. Save that link in your browser, and now you are able to buy sports cards on the PWCC Marketplace just like I do, and at the same time support the Cajun Cardboard channel. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with Josh Dawson from the still pretty good state of New Jersey. This is Tier 4, page 13, part 7, next to last, what do we want to call these? Kind of foundational videos where we go page by page through the MJ Hierarchy Project. Josh ran into some traffic, but we're here, we're in the studio, we click record, and we're going to get a nice good hour's worth of talking about 27 cards, Josh.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. An interesting bunch of cards this time.
It's very interesting. And look, I'm going to tell the people that are watching, look, and listening, these cards, this is an interesting group. You're going to see really two different factions and actual like types of cards. One, many of these cards are very, very tough pack odds, but the demand or awareness for the cards is relatively low. Or you're going to see the base insert version of the more highly sought after refractor version of the insert, those cards. And so it's sort of a neat little mix of those. And then there are a couple of other cards mixed in, but most of these cards are one or the other. Right. And I didn't even put together a PWCC vault screen share for the people. And if you want to know why, it's because I'm ashamed almost. I don't even really consider myself a Jordan collector because I am so far from being relevant on this group of 27 cards. It's sparse, Josh. That's it, man. I've got 5 of them in gym. I've got 3 of them not in gym. I'm at 8 for 27. That's not even a third of them, Josh. How about you?
I'm missing 5 of these. So I'm 22, but I'm missing 5, which is the most I've been missing since Tier 1.
It's the most. And I think it's because, like I said, one of those factions of cards is, well, really, you know, the base versions of the highly sought after tough pack odds refractor inserts. You kind of put those to the side and prioritize the refractors and think, well, I'll get them later. They're going to be easier to get than the refractors. We may find out they're not quite as easy. There's not a high pop of some of these base insert cards, you know, and so that's part of the problem. The other problem is some of these are crazy pack odds. Like there's some cards in here with really, really, really tough, like tier 1, tier 2 level pack odds. It's just they're not on people's radar. They're just not as highly sought after. And so you even you know, super collectors like you may have put them on the back burner while you chase the more highly sought after cards that you got to compete more for. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple of those in mind right now, both in the middle row. So yeah.
Well, let's get cranking. This is going to look like a card that we've looked at already. The 1997 Season's Best. This is the base version, so this falls into that category. Like I was saying, we saw the refractor version earlier. I can't remember, was the refractor version Topps
we
Chrome?
Saw the Topps Chrome version. Yeah,
Topps Chrome is the refractor.
This is This is a regular Topps.
So that's what the Topps look like.
Is a better looking one, in my opinion.
It is, Josh. It's almost like a fast break, like Prism fast break, the disco, right? That we
way before they made that.
Way before they made that. It's interesting because you don't see any other disco fast break looking. I don't think we've seen another one that even comes even close to replicating or looking similar to the disco fast break version of this Shooting Stars that we're talking about. And we're talking about 1997 Topps Season's Best. It's 1 in 480 pack odds. What do you got? You got it for us to show? I know you got that
for a card 26 years old. This is pretty awesome.
Agreed, man.
And look at the sparkle in that thing, you know?
Look, if you took Jordan out and put Donovan Mitchell, I would not even hesitate. I would not even look twice because it would seem to me to be a Prism fast break insert, right? Shooting Stars, Donovan Mitchell or, Tyrese Halliburton or something like that. but it's Jordan. It's almost like Jordan, took a time machine into the future for ultra modern fast break prism.
Yeah, it's a beautiful card. This one, again, I'm a sucker for eye appeal. That's, for me, it's one of the most important categories in this to do. And if the card's in tier 1 and there's just 0 eye appeal, it'll be low ranking on my total.
Let it go. Josh,
but this is a good eye appeal card.
There's greening issues on that Topps Chrome refractor version that we looked at, but I don't remember very many greening issues on the Topps version because it's not a refractor finish. It's just a different surface.
No, because Jordan is not in sparkles, right?
That's right.
He's just kind of placed on top of all the sparkles there. So
yeah,
I don't think that's an issue at all.
Next 2 cards, people are looking at these and they're probably saying, Cajun Cardboard, you did it again. You duplicated cards. We already talked about these cards.
Can you share?
Sorry, here we go. Yeah, you're partially right. We did talk about these next 2 cards, and they do look alike, but they're not duplicates. We're talking about the 1998 Finest Mystery Base M20 and the Finest Mystery Refractor M20. These, unlike the prior ones that we talked about in Tier 2 and Tier 3, actually Tier 3 and Tier 4 maybe, I think, is where the other ones were with Kobe Bryant. These 2 feature Eddie Jones. And so the pack odds are 1 in 1320 for the base, and they are 1 in 2,660 for the refractor. That's a big pack odds. That might not be right. I got to look that up. Let's look that up right now. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I knew it was kind of weird because they're 1 in 133 for Series 1, and these are Series 1, right? Yeah, these are both Series 1. So M1 and M20 are both Series 1, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes. Yep. And then Series 2 pack odds are 1 in 144 Series 2 pack. That is for the refractors. And just so you guys can see the difference, that's what the Jordan and the Kobe look like. Okay, if you guys will remember that from a prior episode. And then M20 down here, and that was M1. M20 is right here. It's Eddie Jones and Jordan. So same image of Jordan, Josh?
Yep.
Except we got Eddie Jones. We got the other Lakers fan on the back.
And these are 2 of the 5 I'm missing. I have neither the base nor the refractor, so I can't show either one, but you did a good job of showing them. I mean, I think because they have Eddie Jones and not Kobe, much fewer of them have been graded, much fewer of them are desired, and they're actually harder to get. And they're not cheap. There's a PSA 10 of each one on eBay right now, but they're not cheap.
They're not cheap. No PSA 10 Jordan's cheap based on the last 60 days of research that I've done. I'm getting my ass kicked in every auction for every PSA 10. The only Jordans I've been able to pick up recently in PSA 10, Josh, have been in private deals. And even there, I'm having to move pretty aggressively. But you hit the nail on the head with these 2 cards. You don't have to battle Kobe collectors for these cards, so that's a positive, but it cuts both ways. They're less highly sought after, so fewer have been graded. So there's a smaller pie out there than there is with the Kobe back. And I think so. Jordan should be on the back on this one technically because the card number is in the top left on the Jordan side. Whereas if we look at the Kobe Jordan,
it's Jordan and Kobe on back.
The numbers on the Kobe. So theoretically, it should be Jordan on the back of the Eddie Jones version. But, of course, for the Hierarchy Project, I'm not putting Eddie Jones on the front. I'm putting Jordan on the front. All right, the next card, it's a weird one, Josh. And I know you got it, and I know I got it. And I did a nice little video from the National. I bought this card at the National in Rosemont just to kind of show the viewers. And I was curious about it. You told me about it, and you said it might be the strangest Michael Jordan card in existence. And I think I probably agree with you. I think this is number 1, the oddest Michael Jordan card in the world. And that's got to somehow appear in the thumbnail in the title to this video because this is weird as hell.
I'm going to recommend people go back and watch your video, but this is the card. I do have it in a BGS 8.5 slab. It pops out like a shadow box, and it looks like binoculars. And you have to look through the holes, and I do have a raw copy to show you. So it opens up like a box.
Buckle up, people. This is freaking weird.
2 images that are identical in the inside. When you look in the little circle, let me see if I can actually try to
go down right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're doing it. That's it.
you look in and you can see Jordan inside there.
Yeah.
And when you look with both of them, the images come together. So remember, you close one eye, close the other eye. But if you look through both eyes and you look through this like a pair of binoculars, you're going to see that image quite clearly in here. And it's really amazing. It's truly a shadow box.
And it's in the pack, just like an accordion, Josh. It's actually it looks like a cassette.
Yeah. It folds down, opens up like an accordion, like a box.
Yeah. For you people old enough, it kind of looks like a cassette, like a tape. Like when we were kids, we used to make mixtapes, and we used to have to rewind it and use pencils to go forward and backwards. But it kind of looks like a cassette,
Yeah, and if you look at the two pictures, you can see Jordan over here and then the ball's over here. So it kind of looks like one picture if you combine them. And that's what you do when you look inside. You see the combined picture. It's
tough edges.
It's a crazy card. I don't know if PSA will hold her this. I do have it.
We're going to find out. I sent it. I sent one. I've got one at PSA right now, Josh.
So this is my crappy version I can play with to show everybody. Yeah. I have a clean copy of this. Then I am going to send to PSA. So,
well, I'll let you know. Just hold off if you can wait a little bit. I sent mine. I'm going to say I sent it maybe 3-4 weeks ago, Josh. So I'll get an answer sooner or later. Mine was you saw it. It was the one that you saw at the National, and you're like, "That's too beat up. I'm not getting that." And here's the deal: I put a note in the PSA submission. I do not want a numerical grade. I don't want to see a 3 on here, okay? I just want you to slab it authentic. So fingers crossed, I would love to get that back in a PSA authentic slab. That's all I need. Even though I'm OCD grade snob city, I will take that. If it comes back raw, I'm just going to take it and send it to BGS, man.
Yep. Yeah, they grade it. So.
And look, here's the deal. 1,152 pack odds. That's not easy. That's not an easy card, man. That's tough. That's another one. We're going to see a lot of cards with 4-figure pack odds on tier 4, page 13. We're 300 cards plus deep into this thing, and we're going to see some crazy pack odds today.
I think what you forget is this card is 25 years old. It doesn't seem like it, right? It's
a quarter century. A quarter century to date ourselves.
Right. Exactly.
Golly. We don't need to talk long about this one. It's the East-West base version, and we don't need to talk long about the next one. It's the Round Ball Royalty base version. Oh, yep. Sorry, I keep forgetting. East-West base version, Kobe on the back, Round Ball Royalty base version. There's with coating, there's without coating. We will share those in a second. I want to show you pack odds, Josh, because even for these base versions, pack odds are 1 in 720 for both of them. Not easy cards to pull. They both come from 1998 tops. Do you have those in hand, Josh?
I do. Yeah, I have both of these.
Just show them real quick.
My favorite one is obviously this guy because of Kobe on the back. I like the East-West. I like the colors of this. Yeah. This is obviously a card we've gone over. I have this with and without the coating. I do like the dimple pattern in the background, kind of the dragon scales for the Round Ball Royalty. But even like you said, a base card of this, very nice card. Pretty hard to get in a high grade and pretty hard to pull, pack odd wise. So
1 in 720, the little brother to the refractor version for each of those cards. That won't be the last time we say that. There's going to be a lot of these that have refractor parallel inserts, big brothers. This one I just lost, and I really thought I was going to win it. I bid very aggressively. The minted in Springfield. This is a 1 in 1,071 pack odds. It's going to look just like your regular little 1997 Topps card, except it's going to have this, I think it's copper. Isn't it copper stamp?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. You have this one. I want you to show this one because this is a sneaky little
card. It just has a stamp that says minted in Springfield. You can barely read it there with the light, but it says minted in Springfield. Obviously, Springfield is the NBA Hall of Fame, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
So that's what it meant by minted in Springfield. And this card just kind of like some others, they're not far off from the base card and looks like a $3 card otherwise, but nothing really in particular on the back. But it is a tough one. And as you can attest, Brian, now people have caught on because this thing just went for a crazy value in a 10.
Guess what? Here you go. I'm about to show you some data, my friend. I'm going to go on Card Ladder, our good friend, some Card Ladder. Look what it did. I lost it last night in the PWCC Weekly, number 84. Check this out. $1,200. The one before that, Josh, that was 6 days ago. Sold for 546.
Yeah. 500, 666, 546, 12.
Yep. Yeah. The highest price ever paid. Somebody back in 2022 paid $1,190 But last night was the highest price that card has ever sold for. There was 4 or 5 Jordans, and we're talking about, let's see, some of these people are going to be watching this years from now, but we're talking about August 27th, 2023. Last night, I think 4 or 5 or 6 Jordan cards in PSA 10 sold for more than they've ever sold for. And I'm including the year 2021 when we saw all hell break loose. So this minted in Springfield really is a cool card. There's a nice big fat image of it, as you can see.
That's a great picture of the logo there. The
great logo, yeah. Logo bottom left. The names in copper. You got the worm on there. You got the big dog Robinson from Purdue, National Player of the Year, and you got, of course, Jordan pulling it up and under. One in 1,071, 4-figure pack odds, right? That's going to be a recurring theme here. Upper Deck Power Deck. There's a bunch of different versions of this. This fits in that one for all rule, Josh. And this is the one that we kind of chose. It's obviously intended to, emulate what a compact disc looked like. For those of you who are too young, a compact disc was a way that we used to listen to music, and then they added another initial on it. It was not a CD, it was a DVD, and that's how you watch movies. And that's what people used to watch movies and listen to music on. And then it was like the wave of the future. And of course, now we just click a button and we can listen to 800 billion songs on our phone, and we don't have any tangible thing that we have to insert or anything like that. So
yeah, these are cool because they either played an audio clip of the game, an interview, something to do with that player. So I thought it was very cool. Here's the CD version. You can actually put this in a CD player and play it.
Wow,
that's what's really cool.
Even though it's not circular, even though it's kind of like
it doesn't need to be circular. So you can put this in any CD player and it will play audio. It's that's the front of it. There with Jordan in white. Just to give you guys a quick rundown, that's the base one. With Jordan.
That's the one I just bought. I just bought that.
Okay, that's the base one. There's one in white with Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Number 2. And then there's another one in red with Jordan. This is a no number one. So this is Power Deck. This is Athlete of the Century. And this actually came out of a different kind of pack.
Go back to your Jordan one with the white.
This one? Or this one?
Josh. Okay, that's it. I thought you had another one with white on the left side of it.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, got it. Okay, got it. So you've got the one that I've got on my screen share that we used, and it fell into the one for all.
Right.
The pack odds for that one, again, I don't have the pack odds for all of them because it falls under that rule where we don't want to fill up, a whole row with Power Deck cards. But I've got 1 in 288 pack odds. But I think these are unique. It's easier to find the card. Yeah, there you go.
They're all CD-ROMs, right? And they can all play different things. So one's going to play an audio clip. Athlete of the Century is going to play something different than this. I don't know what each one plays. I probably should have done a little research on that before this, but they're pretty cool. And they've had a couple different Power Deck things and power, that I don't know if you remember 23 Nights, the little box set of Jordan. It's a black box. It's 23 Nights. There's a CD in that, and if you play it, it actually plays the game from his last game. And
look, Upper Deck's always been cutting edge, Josh. They did the Diamond Vision. They did those. They've got a lot of really cool. Upper Deck really, holograms before everybody else. Hologram, foil hologram, just to denote that it was an Upper Deck card in '89 Upper Deck baseball. Upper Deck always seemed to be real cutting edge. Last one on the first row is going to be the Holding Court again. We don't need to take any time on this. This is a card that we looked at in the refractor version, which is a gorgeous card. The base card right behind it, not a tough pack pull, 1 in 540. I'll be honest with you, though, Josh. I feel like that's a lot higher pack odds than I was expecting for the base version. That seems kind of high.
It is, and I checked that one, actually, and it is accurate.
I double-checked it, too, because when I saw 540, I was like, damn, 540 for a base.
I checked it last night. I checked it last night because I was like, 540? But it is that's accurate, and it's hobby and retail. I mean, so, I guess they just, because they put in everything, it's fewer packs.
And look, just to remind everybody, when we do get these posters done, and again, if you haven't thrown some money my way, please, God, I got to come up with about $3,000 just to pay for it. That's not to ship it out to everybody. I'm going to need shipping if I'm going to ship these things in tubes, and I don't know how I'm going to ship 500, 1,000, 1,500 tubes or whatever, but just so everybody understands, the pack odds, when you see 1 in 540, That means the Jordan, that particular Jordan card is a 1 in 540 pack odds. It is you take the odds of pulling a particular insert from a pack, you multiply it by the number of players in the insert set in that series, which is, in this case, you'll see SER.1. That means Series 1 only. You will not find this card in Series 2. You will not pull a Jordan holding court in Series 2. And then H stands for hobby. R stands for retail. If you see C, that's cello. Some packs come in cello only. I think Total D maybe is what I'm thinking of, or maybe I'm thinking of team leaders. I can't remember. And then J is jumbo. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else out there, Josh. Is there anything else you can think of?
L.
What was L? We said it yesterday. Locker boxes. That's right. You showed the adorable little locker box. Yes.
Yep.
I was shocked. I was shocked with the holding court 540, and I did a double take just like you did. I was like, damn, that seems really high. All right, moving on to row 2. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I don't even know. I've got to look at the pack odds just to see what it is. 1996 SPX Force, 1 in 3,800. If I don't know what it is and I've never seen it, then again, I don't speak for the masses, but I would think most people are not familiar with this card either. But this is the SPX Force, Josh. Do you have this one in hand? I hope you do.
I do. And this die cut, as you can see on your screen, is crazy all the way around. My favorite part of this card, though, is the hologram, and it's because they're all different players and they're all different colors. And I'm going to try to get it in the right light here to.
Why is the one that I have on the screen yellow? Why does this look yellow?
Yeah, it's red. It's definitely red. Yeah,
that's an awful
there's
picture.
Kind of the right color. Like you can see the hologram of these guys. So you got Penny at the top. So
yeah, it's definitely not yellow.
No. The card's red. Yeah.
But look at this, Josh. Oh, the autograph might be yellow. Did I pull the wrong picture?
No, it's just a weird.
It's just a bad picture. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just a bad picture on that one. But this has great players in it too, right? I mean, it's got Anthony Hardaway, Sean Kemp, Damian Stoudemire, and of course Michael. So,
wow, those are cool. Those are really cool. That is card number F1, and it is 1 in 3,800 pack odds, and just an interesting little card. Don't get confused. It's yellow. I need to go get a better picture and probably replace that one, to be quite honest.
Do you see the rainbow in the hologram there? Like how it's rainbowish, though?
Yeah,
a lot of them don't have that rainbow, so I kind of like the fact that rainbow, the rainbow color shows up.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the AW1 that we talked about a long time ago.
Yeah, a little bit, but this is tough because all the die cuts. It's die cut in the back.
Oh, that's like SPX is impossible enough with all the jagged stuff. They just added 4 extra corners.
Those have 5 sharp corners there, so it's crazy.
The next one is unique to say the least. Not a card that was high on my chase, but it's the 1996 Stadium Club Finest Reprint Refractor 1 in 2,200 pack odds. So tough card for sure. You're going to have to explain this. I know, and it looks just like the Star 101, but it doesn't. Like if you have it in hand, it's a refractor, but they also have a base version that looks kind of chromish. And I've got the base version, but you're going to have to explain the difference between those two.
No. So, I mean, let's just start with the base. So the base version is...
That's what I have. Yeah.
It's different. It looks chromium, right? And it's different for every player, though, because if you look up Julius Erving in this set, or Nate Archibald or Billy Cunningham or Jerry West, it's their rookie. So it's not going to be this 101 looking Jordan. It's going to be a 1957 tops, whatever, for Julius Erving, right? It's going to be whatever year they had. Their rookie year, their main.
Look what I got. So I've got it pulled up, Josh, in Stadium Club database. So you got, you'll see the Pete Maravich.
Julius Erving or Barkley.
Yeah. There's the Rick Barry. You want the Julius Erving? Let's go find Doc. How about this one, Josh?
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's a throwback to their original reprint of their rookie card. And this technically is his rookie card, right? Again, we're going back to that whole debate of Flair 86 versus Star 101. But look at number 15. It's one of my favorites. unduly serving. It's a great looking card. Now that if you put it in a refractor, that's another whole step, right? Then the refractors are even tougher to find.
So
And
the
reprint
reprints
refractors
are interesting. It's there's 50 cards. They're inserted this is the base we're talking about. 1 in 24 Series 1 hobby packs and 1 in 20 Series 1 retail packs. So in this situation, Josh, I've had to make a choice on these pack odd lists because there's not unlimited space for these things. So you're probably going to see the hobby odds. Okay. And sometimes I have to pick and choose. So don't rely exclusively on this pack odds list. It's comprehensive and it's a badass list, but it's not going to be perfect. It's not infallible.
Brian,
Going back to what did I want to show you? Oh yeah. Okay. So there's the base and then there's the refractor. Same thing, same 50 cards. There's just a refractor version of each. And it is they're all 4 times as tough. The pack odds are 4 times.
I was going to say much harder to find.
4x to get the refractor as it is to get the base. But I think even the base look really cool, man.
They do. And just so you know, look at this. This is a members only version.
Oh my God, please no.
Yep, there's a members only. You can see all the writing across the back in a diagonal.
Yeah.
That's the members only version. So I just found this the other day. You can't read my screen, but it's a members only finest reprint regular card. Do you have this in a 10?
I have it in a 7.
Okay.
Like I couldn't it's not there's not a lot of those. I mean, let's look that up.
There's only 5 10s.
Okay, I was about to say, Josh, those seem harder than I guess if the refractor, what did we say the refractor was? Hang on, let me get my pack odds up here. The refractor is 1 in 2200. That means it's 1 in 550 for the base, right? Because it's 1/4.
Yep. But there's only 5 10s and there's only 2 10s in the refractor.
What do you have? Do you have the refractor in front of you? What do you got?
I don't have a refractor at all. That's another one I'm missing. I have the base.
Yeah.
So I don't even have the refractor in any grade. I almost picked up the refractor in an 8 at the East Coast National a couple weeks ago and didn't pull the trigger. It was just so much money for an 8.
It's a lot for a PSA 8 card. Those cards are just tough. I feel like 2,220. I don't know. It seems more rare than that. I mean, I've seen the pop report, and I remember looking at it. I was like, God damn. Well, I saw it, and I was like, that's cool. I want that. And then I saw the price, and I was like, wait a second. What? How rare is this thing? And then I couldn't figure out there's a members only, there's a base, there's a refractor. Is there a members only refractor or only a members only base?
Just a base.
Just base. Okay, so 3 variations. What's this next card? It looks like a Bulls team picture. Did we cheat here and sneak this in as an insert, even though it's got –
This is actually another one I do not own, Brian, and I never have. Can you share a screen of this one?
Yeah.
These super team cards are quite cool, actually. This one's not my favorite one just because you can't really see Jordan too well.
Yeah.
But these super team cards, I actually really like the Orlando Magic one personally. With Penny and Shaq and but these super team cards are tough. And I've been looking for one, to be honest. I have. And they're not easy to find. Even raw, they're not easy to find.
1996 Super Team. They are 1 in 1,044. 1996 tops. Not tops chrome, tops. 1 in 1,044.
A lot of people thought of this as another insert and just kind of threw it in a box.
Yeah.
So nobody really... Obviously, I think the centering are tough on these cards on top of that for grading purposes, but I have never owned this card.
There's only tough, one man. We've got,
it's not my favorite card. You can't even see Jordan really well, but it's important. It belongs here. And I just haven't, it's one that you said I could go back and pick up anytime, and definitely wrong on that.
Yeah, maybe you can, maybe you can't.
Right?
Here's an interesting card, and I'm really curious to get your take on this because I just picked up this next card. This is the mirror image, except it is the Bowman's Best mirror image, the base. So there's the base. I think there's a regular refractor, and then there's an atomic refractor.
Right.
So
we did the atomic, yeah.
In the project, you're going to see the atomic refractor. We've already talked about it. You're also going to see the base mirror image, but you're not going to see the refractor because refractors fall under the umbrella of atomic. Okay, so if you see a card that's an atomic refractor, you're going to see pack odds for the atomic. You're going to see a picture of the atomic. You're not going to see the refractor regular. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It doesn't mean we don't think it's important. But then you're also going to see the base because we feel like the base is different, whereas the refractors kind of fall under the 1 for all rule. We just had to make a decision on that. And that's the decision we made. So this is 1 in 480 pack odds just for the base. So here's something that I noticed the other day, and here I can just pull it up. Let me just type in best mirror.
I find it interesting that all the players on both sides, all 4 of them are the same size except for Ron Mercer, who is huge.
Right. Yes. Like can we get more Mercer? So here's what I want to show you, Josh, and get your take. So beautiful grade there, by the way. There's the atomic Jordan on the left, Mercer upside down. Okay.
Yep.
Same card. Mercer on the left, Jordan upside down.
That's wrong. And I'll tell you why it's wrong. Because if you flip the card over,
it's because of the back. Yes, exactly.
If you flip the card over, the number of the card is right here, M11.
Yep.
And if you hold that upright and it's not upside down, that's the front.
So my atomic refractor PSA 10 that I just bought is slabbed upside down.
Yes.
And here's what's funny. I have the base PSA 10 also, and it's slabbed correctly. So you know how that makes me feel.
Oh,
I
couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with that.
There's an Instagram.
I have a lot of horizontal cards that are either one way or the other way.
Yeah.
And they're all forwards facing, but the ones put in backwards and ones put. I can't stand it because you can't display them that way. So
there's an Instagram post coming from Cajun Cardboard. Trust me on that, because that drives me nuts. But the atomic was awesome. The base is still pretty cool. Over 500 pack odds. What did we say? 480? 480 pack odds. All right.
I kind of PC this guy, Marbury. I love him. So
that's right. That's right. So you got 2 and 1 right there. Yeah. You don't PC Ron Mercer, do you? The great Ron Mercer.
Compared to the glove and stuff, he kind of doesn't fit, right?
I kind of doesn't fit. All right, we've got another Jordan. This is a Flair Showcase Row 0. This card is serial numbered to 250. So we saw the Legacy Collection way early in the project on page 1, tier 1. And you've got one. Do you have that one? No, that's the one I have. You do have it?
Yeah.
You have it. I have it.
Yeah, Row 0.
Row 0.
I don't have the Legacy. I have the regular.
Yeah. So I have the Legacy on that one, but I don't have the regular.
Okay.
And I'm not trading you Legacy for regular. Sorry. Nice try. I know what you're trying to do here. But serial number to 250, Flair Showcase. And people are like, why is it on page 13? And I think it's just because it's got a big brother, man. And when you got a big brother, just like the high dimensions and the diamond dimensions, just like the gold and the grand finale or what, you know what I'm saying? Like when you've got a big brother out there, a rave and a super rave, it's one of those deals where you just kind of get lost in the shuffle. And so from a demand aspect, and I think one of these actually just ended on the PWCC premiere, I think the other night. There was a nice clean copy. It was either a BGS 9.5 or I think it was a PSA 10 actually. And it just ended on PWCC premiere. I might be crazy on that. But if you got it, show it, and I'll see if I can find that sale.
This is aesthetically just beautiful. I try to get the right rainbow finish here in it because it is just pretty. But this card is numbered to 250. Right, turn the right way. Right at the bottom in gold. So that's numbered to 250, serial numbered. And again, it's just a pretty card in person. This does make a case. I mean, it could make a case for a tier 3 for sure.
For sure.
Like Brandon and I said, we got to make decisions here and there, and this one, is beautiful aesthetically.
I think it's a tier 3 card.
Probably belongs in tier 3. I mean, number to 250, and it's aesthetically, it's got everything.
And it's a huge product. It's a huge product with other great inserts. This is something we're going to talk about when we do those, state of affairs, end of the project, recap videos where we revisit some questionable decisions, and we'll check it out. But look, I knew I wasn't crazy, Josh. Check it out. Yeah, it did end in the PWCC premiere. Serial number to 250. It was a BGS 9.5 copy. It was a min gem. It did 7,500. So that's a pretty big sale. And as expected, that is going to be not the highest ever, not even close, really. Third highest ever. That's still kind of close, I guess. So
we're going back to 21 and 22 during the bubble. So
yeah, exactly. All right, we got 2 SPX cards. Let's talk about them together. Let's show them together. SPX Hollow View Heroes, 1 in 1,500. SPX Promotion number 1 in 1,260. And as usual, SPX is standing out because it's shaped differently. It's got holograms everywhere. It's got multiple images. You don't know which way's up or which way's down or how to slab it. We don't know what's going on. So show us these two cards. I know you got them if they're SPX because you love SPX.
So this is the first one. I'm gonna try to get a good image of that hologram. It's really tough. But what I really like about this is the vertical. I mean, you don't see SPX in vertical very often. It's always horizontal.
You don't.
So it's really hard to get the image there, but really nice. There you go.
There it is.
So you can see Jordan turn his head. So he follows you through the card there and turns his head. And he stops smiling and he turns and smiles.
He does. Stop. You're creeping me out, man.
So this one kind of the same thing. This one I actually like a little better. This one does the same thing. Let's see if I can get the right angle. Sorry, it's real tough here. So beautiful image of Jordan on the bottom. Real hard on the camera, man. But yeah, this is another beauty where you can see Jordan kind of turn and smile at the bottom there. Yeah. So same idea, just a solid. He does it at the top and the bottom. He turns and smiles. So it's maybe there we go.
Both solid 4-figure pack odds for both of those guys.
Yeah, they're both very different cards. I mean, obviously, one's horizontal, one's vertical, very different. This one has a split down the middle. This one has a split down the side a little bit, but tough to get because of the die cut and because of the sharp corners. So yeah, they're tough. You know, I'm happy to have a promotion in a 9 just because they're tough to find.
Last two on row 2, Josh. These are both little brothers to the refractor versions. No atomic refractors, but refractor versions. We've got the Generations and we've got the Rock Stars. We've talked about both of the refractors before. The Generations, I had no idea because, honest to God, like I felt like Rock Stars gets more attention for sure. I assume Rock Stars had a much tougher pack odds, but just the base Topps Generations is 1 in 1,080, and the base Rock Stars is 1 in 720. And here's the cards we're talking about. Those are base versions, man. Pushing 4 figures. That's the base, man.
I don't know why, because the Generations has a better picture of Jordan. It's still die cut. I don't know why it doesn't get as much love. You know, I think maybe the refractor of the Rock Stars is just so pretty when you get to the refractor version.
Yeah,
but I don't know why that Generations doesn't get as much hobby love, I guess. But and it's more colorful too. You know, honestly. So
I like them both.
Yeah, I like them both. They're very, very different cards. But yeah, I like them both.
Row 3, Josh. All right, we're getting to some really obscure stuff, but let's take a time machine back to 1993. This will be the first real early year Jordan insert that we've seen on today's video. I don't think we've been prior to 1996 yet. 96 is the oldest, but now we're going all the way back to 1993, and we're talking about this card right here in your bottom left, the 93 Ultra All Defensive. This is a 1 in 240 jumbo only, so you can only pull this card out of jumbo packs. Is that right?
Yep, that is correct. Okay. Yep. Again, it kind of goes, you know, I forgot what the other one is. It's MVP that in 93, not a crazy, you know, amazing card. Gold foil at the bottom, gold foil in the name across the bottom and at the top. It has the gold foil on the back too, which you don't always see. So at the top and the, you know, up here.
What's that little symbol say, Josh? The one,
It says, let me try to read it. NBA All Defensive First Team.
Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of read it there.
Yeah.
All Defensive First Team. So yeah, it's a big image, silhouette image, same on the front. Big image, silhouette image. So just an early insert, kind of goes with that team leaders and everyone that we talked about before from the 90s.
So those jumbo packs, I don't know much about the products, right? You were opening in 93 and I was dominating at the college level in 2 sports, so I wasn't opening packs. But 1993, I'm joking, of course. I was doing that, but I wasn't dominating. 1993 Ultra All Defensive is 1 in 240 jumbo packs. So jumbo packs is going to be more expensive, I would think, than a regular pack.
quite
which,
big.
which gives you a little leg up. Like 240 jumbo packs is probably the equivalent of more than 240 retail packs or hobby packs, I would think, right? Many more
not
cards.
Quite double, but probably a third more. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so a little premium there, a little premium added to that. So add a few packs on there if you're a pack odds person whenever you see the jumbo on there.
Yeah, and I think packs were probably 3 for hobby and 5 for jumbos at that time.
Okay.
So
1994 SP Championship Playoff Heroes die cut. Right here, Jordan going up for the right-handed dunk. Wow, Jordan's got white uniform on, going up right-handed on 3 consecutive cards in a row, purely by accident. Tell us about this one, Josh. This is one in, oh my God, is this one in 2,250?
Yeah, it is. Yep. And the reason it looks weird in that picture there is because it is. If you touch this card and feel it, it is wavy. It's textured across the whole card. I'm going to try to get it on the camera here. Do you see?
We see
the card almost like dimpled across the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's made that way. Like it's rough. It's like rumble strips, like across the whole card. And so it's got a huge texture, not embossed, but it's got this texture to the card that I've never seen actually in different cards, So that's one of the coolest things about this. This one has the die cut up here in the corner, just a little bit in right here and then up. So not a huge die cut, but the big thing about this card is that texture.
Yeah, again, I had no idea. I've never held it in hand in a 2D image. It looks like a shimmer, almost like the ultra modern shimmer, but it's actually textured like that, almost like beaded wood floors. You know those wood floors where they beat them with chains to make them kind of rough and not
exactly.
Smooth?
Yeah. And it's not plasticky. It's not refractive. And that's what makes it different because this is not a technology. This is a texture to the actual card. The back is not like that. The back is flat.
Man, I didn't know that the pack odds were that high on that card. There is a non-die cut version, correct?
Yes, there is.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I've got that one in PSA 10. The poor man's, the blue collar version of the card you're looking at on your screen.
Yeah, I like the texture of this card. I don't know what you call it, but that's my favorite thing about that card.
Next card, Josh, is it's a Players Club Platinum, but stay with me here, and we're going to look at PSA's pop reports because I want to talk through this. I think there's 7 of these, okay? So there's 7 cards in the set. We're talking about this card right here where my cursor is moving. That is a Players Club Platinum from 1995 Collector's Choice. So bottom of the barrel product pricing, 1 in 1,838. Even buying cheap packs, that's still a lot of packs. First of all, it's a lot of packs to open. But it's the Collector's Choice PC Platinum. The odds of pulling a Jordan are 1/7 of 1,838, but the odds of pulling any particular Jordan is 1 in 1,838. And let me show you why. I've got it pulled up. I'm in PSA in the pop report. I've got 95 Collector's Choice in here. You can see that there's a base version of each number. For instance, card number 45. There's a Players Club version, which is much, much more rare than the base version. Then there's the Players Club Platinum, which is much, much more rare than the Players Club regular parallel. So you're talking about a parallel, essentially, right? And you'll see card number 45, Josh, card number 169, card number 195, card number 210, 324, 353, and then 410 is actually a checklist. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different options to pull from Players Club Platinum from 1995 Collector's Choice.
Yeah, I knew there was 5 or 6. I didn't realize there were 7 actually.
Yeah, well, one of the checklists, so it just depends on how.
I'm happy to say I have this one, Brian.
Okay, good.
This one, and the only real difference between the Players Club and the Players Club Platinum is it says Platinum, and it's a different font, like a different texture at the bottom. It says Platinum right there underneath the symbol, if you can read it.
Yeah, I see it. And that's card number 45. And we Josh, on these, this is a one for all. So you're not going to see 7 Players Club Platinums. Right. It's just, we did a one for all because we didn't want to eat up the entire graphic image here. I think I picked one up the other day, and I can't remember which one I picked up, but the picture that we chose, we sort of chose the picture that was the most recognizable and the most base card of the cards, right?
So we had the lowest number too, yeah.
Yeah, we just kind of picked the one that was the most recognizable, most base parallel, basically, is what we did. There's no perfect science.
This has a silver border all the way around, too. That's what makes it platinum. So it has that shiny silver border all the way around.
Essentially, they're doing their very best to make a very cheap card not look and feel cheap, like adding something special to it.
This was before Chrome, right? Chrome came out next year. So Chrome came out in 96, and look, this looked very much like Chrome.
I was going to tell you, if you stood at the back of the room, if you went back against that wall and you held it up, I would be like, it's some kind of Topps Chrome base card, is what it looks like.
So that's the introduction to Topps Chrome, I think.
Next one's a card that I picked up at the National I was really excited about. 1995 SP Championship gold championship shots gold die cut. Nope, that's wrong. Sorry. SP Premium Collection. Nope, that's wrong too. Sorry. I'm here on number 4. Let me highlight it so I get it right. 1995 SP All-Stars Gold Die Cut. Here it is. Okay, I got it right this time. It's right here. There's a silver version as well. This is the gold. It's die cut. This card's badass. Those are my favorite All-Star Game uniforms ever, of all time, ever. I thought they were so cool. If I recall, I think that game was in Phoenix. No, San Antonio.
San Antonio, and it's actually more. The color looks blue on the card. It was actually more aqua, right? Like greenish.
It's definitely aqua. Yes, teal almost.
Yeah, almost teal. Yeah, so it was really cool. I've seen a couple in person. Even the font of the jersey was so cool with the chili pepper.
Yeah,
I agree with you completely. It was one of my favorites. So this is a great card. I have it as well.
1830 pack.
You got this right. So
I do, but I picked up the 9.5.
No, but you've seen the top on the gold, which is really cool because it's almost embossed, right?
Yes.
So that's one of the coolest parts. It's not only die cut, but it's like embossed with the words at the top there. It says All-Star.
Even the silver looks really, really good, man. It's just not as rare. But the silver looks really good.
Tough grade. Yeah, tough to grade, all black.
For sure. All right, next one, Josh. 1995, sticking with the year. Every single card from here on out is 1995. Don't ask me how that happened, but it did. 1995 SP Premium Collection Hollow View Special FX Die Cut 1 in 3,040 pack odds. All right, so again, what did I tell you? There's 2 types of cards on this. It's Little Brother base inserts that have refractor Big Brother parallels, or it's crazy pack odds of cards that probably aren't high on the list of priorities of most Jordan collectors, right? I'm not saying all Jordan collectors don't know about these cards, but these aren't way high on the list. These aren't Noise Boys. These aren't Intimidation Nation. These aren't Platinum Portraits, right? And so this is the card we're talking about right here. And this one is interesting because we both know there's a McDice error version. Is there not? Am I crazy?
Yeah. So there's a regular square version that's not die cut.
Right.
My favorite error, which is the McDice error, which is crazy, of that non-die cut, and then they have the die cut version, which does not have an error to it.
Yeah.
So, it's a very interesting one. This die cut is very cool though because you don't see the die cut as often as you see the regular, and the images. I'll try to get a good. It's really hard with the holograms. 4 different pictures of Jordan in the background, 4 faces. It might be better in 2D on this one.
Yeah, you can definitely see the faces on mine. Yours is just tough with the glare, man. Yeah. You can see the faces on the 2D clearly. Those are McDice on the error version. Like the face in the background is Antonio McDice. Don't ask me how or why, but it is.
Yeah, so let me try to take it out of the sleeve. Maybe that's better. So, yeah, it's very, refractor rainbowish too.
Yeah.
It still didn't work. But yeah, it's just getting the right light. But the McDice error just has 4 pictures. Still has Jordan in the front, but it has all 4 McDice pictures in the background.
Weird.
Which is pretty interesting. Yeah.
1995 SP Championship Shots Gold Die Cut 1 in 1,240, Josh, right here. And it's got these shark teeth, these razor, sort of like a razor edge over here on the right side in that gold foil. And it says Championship Shots in the bottom left. And it says SP Championship up there in the top on that little, that little stamp up there. I like this card. I think this card's great looking. And a lot of people are suckers for Jordan wearing the black pinstripe jerseys. This is a pretty cool card, man.
You have this one?
I do. I think I have the silver. Hang on. I forgot I have my little fancy dancy. I don't have this one. I have the silver.
Okay. It has
there is a silver, right? There's a silver.
Yeah, there's a silver version.
Yeah.
The only difference is it has silver instead of gold.
Yeah.
All over it. Silver on the side, silver at the label. Die cuts on both sides, which is kind of cool. Those teeth. And then silver on the back instead of gold on the back. So the whole back of this is gold. And the silver one's silver. But yeah, it has the shark teeth, as you said, on both sides, which is kind of
pretty big pack odds. 1 in 1,240. So you're still in the 4-figure range. We've seen a lot of 4-figure pack odds. We're about to see our 2 rarest on the whole page coming up next, believe it or not, significantly more rare than anything we've seen. Arguably, yeah. Well, I'll explain why they're not tier 3 cards just in a sec. Well, let's just do it right now. The next 2 cards, we've got Electric Gold. It is 1995 Upper Deck Electric Gold number 23 and 1995 Upper Deck Electric Gold number 352. So we've got a Series 1 retail and a Series 2 retail, both retail. There's Electric Court. There's base, there's Electric Court, then there's Electric Court Gold. There's Series 1, there's Series 2 from 1995 Upper Deck. They were printing a lot of cards in that year. They did not print a lot of these. 6,300 pack odds on the Electric Court Gold number 23 and 4,680 on the Electric Court Gold Slam. I forget what it is. Slam Jams. Big pack odds on these 2 cards. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are really big fans of these Electric Court Golds. I've got them pulled up, Josh, because I wanted to show people, because it's similar to the Collector's Choice Dilemma. There's 7 of them, okay? So, yes, the pack odds are crazy, but it's the pack odds for any particular Jordan. There are 7 of these. So you've got card number 23, 137, 335, 337, 339, 341, 352. So there's a bunch of different versions. But if you look at the Electric Court Gold, are you ready for these PSA 10 pack odds? How about this? I'm just going to give you the total number ever graded. 44, 32, 32, 23, 30, 49, and 200 and nope. Where am I? There it is. 77. So think about that. That's graded in, what is that, Josh? Now we're talking about 28 years. That's how many have been graded of each one of those. And the PSA 10 pack odds are absolutely ridiculous. 11, 37 is actually, no, 11, 11, 1, 4, 10, no, 4, 3, and 9. So I know we're grade snobs, but we can't pick and choose on those, man.
I don't even have these 2 cards. I did pull out the Electric Court just to show people what it looks like on Electric Court.
Regular Electric Court, yeah. It's like a
Electric Court down here, but the difference is going to be that this is all in gold. Everything's in gold on the Electric Court Gold. So I only have the regular Electric Court versions. I do not have the gold versions of either one. I'm actually surprised those are not serial numbered at that point.
I know, they're so rare, man. They're so rare. Crazy.
Once I got the gold, I thought maybe they'd add a serial number, because those you can see how they show up in gold like really well. I don't have either one of those in gold.
Just huge pack odds. It just, again, Upper Deck started printing a lot of different cards, and they were just trying to find a way to put something special in those packs, and those are very special. Those are retail only packs, by the way. That's a lot of packs, man.
That's retail.
I can't do math quick enough, but 6,300 divided by 24 or however many came in a box, even if it was 30, I don't know. That's a lot. That's 210 boxes you'd have to open to get one. Or to get that one, I should say.
And then there's 6 more to chase.
That's right. Just go ahead and complete the set for me. Let me know when you finish. 1995 Upper Deck SE Gold. Last card of the day, but the pack odds don't get too much easier. This is 1 in 2,430. We're talking about this card all the way in the bottom right of your screen. Please tell me you have this one to show, because I don't.
I do. Yeah, this one I have. So there's a silver version as well.
Yes.
The gold version obviously will say we'll show in gold. So down the side, you're going to see all these E's. You see the E all the way down the side of the card.
It's SE, isn't it? Or is it just
SE.
E? Yeah.
Well, I think it's SE. Yeah, it's like a weird S, and then so this is for Upper Deck SE. The gold is up here in the corner. The gold is on his name at the bottom. Very shiny, very metal looking.
Yeah.
Back not so much, but yeah, this one was a tough one in gold. I have the silver one as well, but this gold one is the much tougher one, obviously. So, yeah, this one it's not the most sought after card because a lot of people don't know what this is.
You know what? I'm looking at this, and we're going to end it the way we always end these. And this was tier 4, page 13, but part 7 for those watching. So one more part to do after this. We got 27 cards left. So if you've been waiting for one of your favorite cards, you may see it in the next video, which you'll probably see it in 2 or 3 days after this one releases. But Josh, looking at this page, the cards that mean the most to me, there's 2 cards on this page that I really want to put in my collection next. It's the minted in Springfield, which I just got my ass busted on because I got crushed. I didn't think it was going to sell for 100% of the last comp, or I'm sorry, 200% of the last comp. And the other one is the Flair Showcase serial number 250. I got to put that card in my collection, man, because I've got the legacy.
Big dog, yeah. That one, I actually, my card I want to add to my collection is the reprint refractor.
Man, that's tough. Who do you think is going to get their card first, me or you? I think I am. I think I am. That reprint refractor. I've never seen one. I personally have never seen one, at a show or from a buddy or anything. You never see that card.
It's just money. I mean, you can find it. The other one I want, and I don't even care if it's an 8, is I'll pick up the super teams just because I've never owned it. And I think it's something to put away. So yeah, it's definitely a spot filler. The golds obviously at the bottom they're just insane. So I don't expect to find those in any grade or raw or anything else. So
you got to find them, man. You got to eBay search.
Talk about not caring if it's authentic. I would have both of those in authentic and be happy.
I'll take them. Yeah, with 4,000, 6,000 pack odds, hell yeah. Just give me the damn card, man, or give it to me in raw condition, and I'll take my chances with PSA. Give me a 6-pack. I don't care. Those pack odds are crazy.
And as much as I want the Eddie Jones cards, it's Eddie Jones, so it's kind of like there's other things I want more, right?
Here's the deal. Let's just be fair. If it was just Jordan and Eddie Jones and there wasn't a Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan in the exact same set, in the exact same series of the exact same insert set, we might feel otherwise. We might feel the urge to put the Jordan and Eddie Jones in here. But because you and I both have the Kobe Jordan already, it's like we can just put it on the back burner, man. I don't know if other people think like that with us or not, but that's just kind of the way it is. Aesthetically, Josh, which one looks the best?
The Row Zero.
I agree. I agree. I don't think it's close. That's the best looking card on here. I'll be honest with you. I do like that. What's our guy called? SP Gold die cut right here. Yeah, that's a good looking card, Josh. Yeah, it's simple. It's not like the Flair Showcase Row Zero. The Flair Showcase Row Zero, Josh, what's the difference between the 250 and the Legacy 100 other than the serial number? It
says blue and Legacy on the front, right? It says Legacy Collection in blue.
Electric blue, right? Yeah, it's like the electric.
Yeah, it's kind of bright blue, and it's right over the word Michael, like on the MIC part of the Michael, and it says Legacy Collection. Yeah. And it's bright blue, and then, of course, it's serial numbered on the back, also in blue.
Show Josh, you got it handy. Show it again. Show that Row Zero again if you've got it handy. I really do like this card. This is a cool card, and I'm kind of pissed I let that one get away last night because it could have. How I am.
This is just last night. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was. I think it was in the premiere Thursday.
Yeah. So this card just shines. I mean,
my gosh, that's a good looking card, man.
It's funny because it looks like it has minus signs, but then if you turn it, it looks like it has It has almost
looks like tire treads almost. That right. I don't remember any of the other Flair Showcase rows having that pattern in the background, right?
Yeah, and like I said, it changes. Like if you look there, the bottom of the card looks like it has dashes, right? And then if you turn it,
it almost like looks like baseball seams almost,
Yeah. So
it's a great card.
This is a pretty one in person, and of course serial number. So that makes a difference too.
Well, that does it, man. That's another wrap. We're right at an hour, which is pretty good by our standards.
Yeah. Well, some of these
that's
have been, they're baby brothers of others, right? So
if you guys heard or saw anything that doesn't seem right, let us know. Help us fact check. I mean, we're not, like I said, we're not infallible. And I kind of mentioned that in the very first introduction video before we started doing this is, there's no guidebook to this. There's no, this is very subjective. Demand was obviously one of the primary driving factors. It was a very much a driving factor, but it wasn't just my demand. It was me guessing what the hobby's demand is. And so there's a lot of subjectivity to that. So don't shoot the messenger. But let us know if you see something. If some pack odds don't look right to you, triple check it, because we've looked pretty closely at these pack odds. But it is quite possible we've got something wrong. Or maybe it's one of those deals where there's a hobby and a retail and I had to choose one. I'm always going to choose the hobby. And maybe the pack odds are different depending on whether it's hobby, retail, jumbo, cello, whatever. And if there's anything that we misspoke, please let us know in the comments, man. Some of the comments, Josh, to these videos, I don't know if you get to check them out, but some of them are fantastic, man. And some of them are educational and some of them are helpful. And we're all in this thing together. We're all learning the Jordan world together. For God's sakes, Josh, you've been doing it for 30 plus years now, fair? 30 plus years, and there's still stuff that we'll be talking on the phone while we're looking at something. And I'll be like, no, Josh, that's not right. I'm telling you, I'm reading it in two places. And you're like, holy crap, I didn't know that, because there's so much, dude. It's like mastering the English language. You could have the biggest vocabulary in the world, right? You could have a bigger vocabulary than Joe Biden. Can you believe that? And still not know every word in the English language. It's possible. So, Jordan's like a freaking dictionary, it's just impossible.
I'll just add, if your favorite card is not showing up and it does not show up in the last page, let us know. Let us know what you think should have belonged based on the rules.
Yeah, I want that. And we're going to talk about that in our wrap-up video for sure. And we're doing a live stream, Josh. We're doing a live stream. I'm going to figure it out. I promise. The world needs to be on notice. You guys, mark your calendars. Well, don't mark your calendars. We don't know when we're doing it. But I'm going to guess sometime in the next week and a half, we are going to do a live stream, and you guys can come on and say, hey, you screwed up. You forgot this card, or this card belongs in tier 1 or 2. And we'll read the comments and we'll do our thing. And I've got to take a step forward from a technology standpoint and figure it out. But I think Josh and we're really excited about that. But just don't forget the rules, right? Don't forget the rules that we talked about. Just to recap real quick here at the end of the video, I'm going to read them really fast. You ready?
Yeah.
You and I know them. The list is illustrative, not exhaustive. I'm doing my best. It's 378 cards. That's a lot. Demand, scarcity, value, and aesthetics. Those are the 4 criteria. Here's the rules. No base cards other than rookies and pre-rookie cards. No autograph cards. No memorabilia, meaning no patches, no shoes, no floors. No pre-year 2000, post-year 2000 cards. So you're not going to see any Wizards. You're not going to see any Exquisite. You're not going to see any retro cards or anything like that. No baseball Jordan cards. There's a ton of those. Upper Deck and others went nuts when he retired and played baseball, and they still chased the dollar. So they printed a crap load of baseball cards. You will not see those in here because he was a basketball player. Members only, plus, as in Scoring Kings, hot packs, which you'll see a little bit, all treated as one and the same. Same with base cards and one of a kind. With and without coding are treated as one and the same, even though Josh treats them separately. The rest of us treat them as one and the same. So you will only see a picture of one or the other. Atomic and regular, as we've talked about ad nauseum, you'll only see the atomic if it exists. No MJ exclusive sets, Josh. So we're not going to see even some of these, there's Jordan cards out there that are serial numbered to 25 and crazy stuff. You know it because you collect them. You're not going to see those in here because there's a lot of them, specifically in 98 and 99 Upper Deck, 99 especially, right? No one-of-one masterpieces. I think there's 8 of those. I think that's right. You're not going to see any one-of-one masterpieces. The one for all rule that we keep discussing over and over, just so you guys understand. Gold parallels, like Topps Gold from 92. I'm only going to show a picture of one, but just keep in mind there's many. Same thing we saw today. Players Club Platinum. There's many, but you're only going to see one. Electric Court Gold, we showed you 2, one from each series, just to be fair. Topps and Topps Chrome inserts. If there's a Topps Chrome insert and a Topps insert, and I'm thinking primarily of maybe En Fuego. Is that fair? In Fuego. you're only going to see one. We're not going to show you
there.
top chrome and tops right next to each other because it's a waste of space. Just know it exists. The Upper Deck holograms, we showed one. The AW1 first day issue, we show one. 3D Rapper Redemption, we show one because there's a bunch. Players Club Platinum. The cards within each tier. This is the most important thing because I still get people that are like, I can't believe you put it on page 13. It should have been on page 8 in tier 4. It's more important. And I'm like, the tiers are not in order. The tiers are in order themselves. 1, we prioritize over 2, over 3, over 4. But within each tier, those cards are not appearing in priority order, value order, scarcity order, my favorite order, nothing like that. They're just in those tiers,
last card in page 2, tier 2, is the same as the first card in tier 2.
Hey, look, card number 378 is the same as the 7th video that we did in tier 4. It's the same, okay? So there's no distinction. Shit, Josh, we just looked at some cards on this damn picture right here that had 6,000 pack odds. So yes, that card is much more scarce than the Top Flight, right? It might be better than the Top Flight. It might not be. I don't care. It's up to you. But they're all in the same tier, so you can arrange them however you want. If you don't like the order, go put them in your own order and then share it on Instagram. I think people would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for this video, Josh. Anything else you want to throw out there? Anything we forgot?
No, I think obviously this has been a lot of fun, a lot of work too, but a lot of fun, and I hope everybody's enjoying it. That's the most important thing here is we're not doing this to, in fact, we're hurting ourselves by buying more Michael Jordan cards as we do this. But in the same breath, I just hope it's educational. And again, we're not infallible. So anything you can tell us that we missed, that we did wrong, obviously tell us sooner than later so we can fix it before anything goes to print.
I'm getting messages from people on Instagram and in the comments, and they're like, you should have waited. Your hierarchy project's causing these prices to go up. And I was like, well, I don't know if it is or not. I'm sure it's helping, right? It's helping awareness. It's bringing more interested buyers to the table. So you're probably right. It's probably having some effect. Number one, that's not me being self-interested because like you said, Josh, you don't sell Jordan cards. I don't sell Jordan cards. So if anything, we're hurting our progress in our personal collection.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, like it's not helping me. Like I said, it's not like I'm cashing out on my PSA 10s, which are running right now. But some people are like, man, you should have waited till you got all the cards before you did the project. And I was like, do you realize how expensive the cards are? If I waited until I got all the cards in the project, I'd never do the project. I was like, there's
I'll be 88 years old doing this video.
This is not one of those things where you get to the finish line. This is one of those things where you strive for the finish line. Anyway, it's been fun. It's been a fun journey. One more video to go. You guys stay tuned. Do me a favor, hit the like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And definitely hit the bell icon for notifications so you know when a new video drops. Josh has at least one more foundational video where we're going to do tier 4 part 8. And then Josh and I are going to do a recap video at the end, which we promise is going to be live streamed, which should be really, really fun. We'll give you plenty of advance notice. We'll announce it on Instagram. We'll announce it on this channel. I'll do a video announcing that we're going to do a video so you guys know when that's going to happen and you can mark your calendars. I think that's going to be really fun. I'm really excited because I know a lot of people I've noticed in the comments, Josh, have been with us along the way from the very, very beginning when I first did the introduction video all the way through and said, I can't wait for the next video. Where's this card? Where's this card? So I love it that people are so engaged that they're A, second guessing us, and B, like I had somebody today message me, hey man, you forgot the Topps gold label, red label. I was like, not so fast, my friend. Go back and check tier 2. That's a big card. I promise you, we did not forget that one.
Yeah,
so, that is one card that I did remember because I need to get it still. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Josh, thanks as always for joining, man. We will catch up probably in 48 to 72 hours to wrap it up for the last tier 4 page 8.
Sounds great.
All right. Y'all keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.